So please welcome Sharon's Master, Gary and Mick.
Yay, all right. Woo!
Wow, this is a special day. Kay gave me your soft seat to sit in, so
All right.
I am special.
With the new background.
I apologize for wearing my hat. I'm just very cold, so I have a hairline like Mr. Paul. And those of you that don't know me don't know I'm 74 because I don't have any gray hair. So that being said, I thank you for being here, and it's my mission today to not scare any of the new people away, or any of the old people away, because I'm going to talk about some things today that I think are very important. And just to share a little bit, those of you that may not know, I've been in Las Vegas since 1980, and I had a physical therapy practice here, where I used to do pain and treatment to a lot of my patients. I retired about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and one of us has to work, so my wife was gracious enough to continue that. So, any rate, it's been a pleasure. Kay's asked me to speak a few times, and I value that. I have a disappointment, Kay. I don't think I can go 2 hours that you requested. So
You will.
I'll give you any money.
So, at any rate, I like to speak on topics a little different. May not surprise you, but I think the nuts and bolts about the business are really everybody's responsibility to achieve and to seek that guidance from their support team and their leaders. And I like to do something a little different, and that's on personal development and behavioral issues on that side of life, because I've been dealing with that for 40 years, not just personally, but with the patients I've had. So I have a little different perspective, I think, because one thing we all have in common is we're dealing with people, and we all have strengths and weaknesses. And if the evaluation and understanding of those strengths and weaknesses is the key to success, regardless of what we do, but certainly in this business. So that being said, I want to focus a little bit on, I think it's important to put the eye on ourselves to a certain extent. If we can understand our strengths and weaknesses, it's more relatable to other people. So yes, we want to put the eye on others and help other people. Absolutely, no question, that's the fundamental. But at the same time, it's so valuable that we as humans can be more relatable. We can talk to people, with people, not at people. And so if we understand our own temperaments, where we're coming from, what we have to share, and talking, because it is a people business, and we are going to have to share that with a lot of different folks in our journey, whether it's family, friends, people we don't know, whatever the circumstances, we're going to be confronted, and we should be confronting others in the process. I truly believe that this business is best if we build it locally in our own communities, in our own city, if you will, because once you have the solid foundation, I think it's then easier to help people from long distance. And so I like to focus on that circle first, and then expand as fast as we can. But it's all about, the key here is finding running mates or partners, if you will, in this business. If you contact 100 people about Atomy, how many leaders are you really looking for? Well, it'd be nice if everyone did, but if you could find 4 out of 100, you're well on your way to becoming very successful.
Okay.
And so, because you only have so much time. So again, we're focusing on building a group of consumers, which is the fundamental, because that's how the points and products are generated. But we really focus on finding people. So an old phrase I came across in my research to this, that I apologize not saying it in past lectures, but have fun, make money, and make a difference. If you follow those principles, the fun part, certainly, the rest are going to come almost on a natural basis. So have fun, make money, and make a difference. So this business has been proven to work. If you've been in it any length of time, you will see others around your world and on stage that you know it's successful for them. Is it going to be successful for me? Well, it's like anything. If you don't work it, and that's not going to be. So I want to kind of just evolve then into more of the people side of it as well. So if you can set yourself on fire with this business, I guarantee you people will come from all over to see you burn. Not literally, but through the successes of this business. People will see your friends, family, associates. They will be, because human nature is we judge people, and we have a stronger foundation of that judgment by certainly our family, our friends, contacts, work associates, etc. They have their ideas about us and vice versa. So the key is we want to step out of our comfort zone. And how do you do that? Well, there's a lot of ways that we can do it. Just talking to people is a big step out of our comfort zone, because what do we say? What do we do? And so it's really important that as a fundamental, we need to take those steps to do it. And I want to hopefully expand a little bit on that side. So our training system, in my opinion, is not training us how to build an internet business. It's training us how to train leaders. That's really the fundamental, because the business speaks for itself. We're buying products online. We're accessing internet. I'll get a little bit to that in a little bit later, but the how-tos it's really understanding ourselves and how to build leaders. That's the success of this business. That's the duplication aspect. So you've heard the phrase, some of you may have heard the phrase, knowledge is power. Anybody heard that before?
Mm-hmm.
Many people have. I strongly disagree. Knowledge is important for us to understand ourselves, but applied knowledge is the power. If we learn it and don't use it, what's the point? So the point is to help others. So we want to be in that position where strategically it's up to us to gain knowledge for ourselves, but also to help with others. You're told at the beginning of this business to create a names list. Who do you know? Well, one mistake a lot of people make when they start is they will make a list of people they know, not the names. So therein lies a problem, because you're going to prejudge that person and they're going to prejudge you if your attention is put a name on, if the people have a name. And so if you evaluate it just as a name, let them make their judgments, let them make their own determination. I know Dr. Jones, and he'll never do this business, because we're prejudging, we're evaluating Dr. Jones, and we shouldn't do that. They should make their own decision. So when you expand your simple names list to start, write everybody down, your friends, family, associates, etc., and use it as a means to contact and build businesses to help them as well. So don't prejudge. That's really important. But as far as we go ourselves, ask yourself why. Why this? This crazy business. All businesses are crazy. Why? You see, you have to have your own reasons for doing it. It's different than mine, different from everybody else's. And Mary Grace, I want to extend an apology to you, because I use the name Mary a lot in my presentation, and it's not personal. So don't take it personally. It's just a habit. So I don't know if anybody else is married or Mary's name out here, but I just said that. So, but take it for what it is. So we have to have a reason to do what we're doing. One of the things I've mentioned in past that I'll share with new people, the thing I like to say is PDCA, plan, do, check, and adjust. If you're building this business, we're willing to do the work, but how successful are we going to be? And can we improve upon that success? So as you go through this process, write down, for example, how many people you contacted last month. Let's just say 100. Now, I bet there's a lot of people who won't come close to that, but let's say 100. Well, How about the month before? If you keep track of that success of that contact itself, and then how many people from that came to a facial, a presentation, attended a meeting, signed up for getting toothpaste, build on the success of that contact. How many people took advantage of what they were being shown? You have the number that differs from everybody else in this business. Evaluate that. If it's not working, change it. So PDCA, plan, do, check, and adjust. And then the next month, when you make your 100 contacts, evaluate the success of that. If it's not working, change something. Get together with your partner. Find out what you're doing, saying, whatever. It could be a lot of things to improve that success. But regardless, if you think if you did 100 a week, would that make a difference? So it's the success of what we do is first and foremost, because that can lead to our emotional failures in that we evaluate our own self. And so the biggest thing that's mentioned in the past, and I will do it again, beat it up today, is the follow through or lack of. So you have to follow through with the people you've talked to. If you have a new person, either they come to your house or they come to the office, they get a facial, a brand new person. What kind of follow-up is done with that person? I would recommend 24 hours to see how they felt about it. I would recommend another 2 days to call and follow up and set up a face-to-face meeting. Evaluate the results, talk to them, find out and create the relationship. But a lot of times that's not done, if at all, for several weeks. So the idea is be consistent with a follow-up program. Evaluate, see how it works. Plan, do, check, and adjust. So another thing that wants to be done on that, that's commonly not done, in my opinion, is take advantage of that new person. Who do they know? Use them as a referral source. My goodness. Is it possible they know people you don't? So, and who do they know that's interested in making some serious money? Who do they know that's interested in just getting a great facial product? So use that referral source because it's there in front of you. A lot of times we just, for whatever reason, don't do it. Attending a seminar. If it's a major seminar, not today because I'm speaking, but who do you know? Who do you wish were here? Okay, right now, if you stop, who would you wish that was at this seminar, or next week at the major seminar in LA, or February when we do a success seminar in Las Vegas, or wherever city you were at? Who do you wish was there? What a novel idea is, call them up. Hey, listen, there's a great seminar coming up on Thursday at the Hampton Inn here in Las Vegas, 6:30. I can come by and pick you up if you want. So take the excuses away, pick them up. Mm-hmm. If they're depending on her temperament again, if they're a domineering, very controlled kind of a person, hey, Fred, you want to be at this meeting, man. You're going to learn from his leadership. I can introduce you to some very, very powerful people who have attended this that are moving and shaking. He's likely to go. If I talk to a person, high I temperament, hey, Donna, we need to go to this meeting Thursday night. Man, listen, I'm telling you, there's going to be somebody, we're going to have food. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be great. I can introduce you to some really nice people. Just going to have a great time. She's likely to go. If I told that to the dominant person, absolutely no. So evaluate who you're talking to, first of all, and yourself, of what temperament you are, so you can better communicate, is my point. And then if you take that step to, hey, Gary, because I'm a very safe person, don't like conflicts. Gary, there's a meeting Thursday night, man. You need to go down there. I'm going to introduce you to some people. You're going to make some good friends in this. Could be lifetime friends. You're just going to have a great time and you'll meet some really nice people. Okay. And if you talk to Luis, very calculating man. Hey, Luis, Thursday night, Hampton Inn, you got to be there. Man, you're going to get so much facts and information. You better take a notebook because you're going to take a lot of notes.
Is there food?
I'm not talking secondary traits. So the idea is kind of evaluate who you're speaking to talk with them, not at them. So the biggest thing is evaluate the results. And if you don't do that, we're just existing. We're not really being, not the word creative, but we're not being consistent with the business. We have to know the numbers. Life runs on numbers, whether you like it or not.
I know.
So, the majority of people, certainly in the United States, I think, are deceptive because they have been deceived. We go through life, we get hammered. If this is your first MLM, I don't know how you got away from other people.
Yeah.
But it may be, and certainly younger people could be. So we have a lot of deception. So it's very important how we present ourselves to these people, to the contacts, certainly because if you don't know them. What do I say? What do I do? Oh, I'm just so nervous. I can't talk to people. PDCA. Set up a plan, evaluate it, adjust it, move on. Who's next? So if you take a look at there's an acronym called FORM, FORM, that can be really helpful to help you talk to people. And it's kind of well known. F is family. Hey, George, are you married? Yeah, I'm married. Got kids? Oh, yeah. Build questions into their family. And they will usually, many people will have will be overt and be very outgoing and would like to tell you about their situation, good, bad, or indifferent. So the family. So George, what kind of work do you do? And they'll tell you. It's a matter of gaining knowledge about them. And then you've been there a long time. Oh, they must be taking good care of you because FOR is recreation and M is money. Doesn't matter the order. It's just an acronym to help remember. You don't want to talk to people. Oh, they paying you enough? You don't want to be doing that. But you've been there 12 years. They must be taking good care of you. So you can use different aspects and to build on it. And I highly think that the most incredible thing to me that's not done is when you leave that person, have a notepad, write their name down, write down the FORM results. So if you talk to them a second time, you're going to be able to recollect before you see them. Oh, he has a family, has 4 kids. Oh, the dog's died. So you can make conversation with that person the next time around and be more relatable to that person. Shows you care. So fundamental, basic issues like that will truly help your growth in your business. And I want to show of hands. How many people think this business is easy? Let me see your hands. How many think? Well, how many people here? Okay, do a count. There's 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 4 people out of what? 15.
No, Sue too. Yes.
Okay.
17, 18.
So about 18 people. 3 raise their hands that this business is easy. Good luck to you. Because I'm taking a severe argument with that. If it's easy, everybody'd be doing it. This is a simple business, not easy. Huge difference in the terms and definitions of those words. This business is simple. Registering people and buying product, looking for a few that want to make some money. That's the simple part of it, but it's not easy. So I differ with some of you, but at the same time, I think you'll agree if you look up the definitions of both of those. But simplicity is the key to what we do. Simple but not easy. But it does take a team effort. So it's simple with that respect because it's unique in a sense because we have to be a team to make this business successful. We really do. You can't do this by yourself on your own. Can you? Yeah, maybe. But I don't know how big or how long it's going to take. The fast track is building it as a team. That's the duplication side of it. So the team concept. But most importantly, hold yourself accountable. I can blame Kay. In fact, I do all the time. But it's my fault. It's my problem. It's not hers. What am I doing? What can I do more of? How can I change what I do? Hold ourselves accountable. And then one of the best phrases I've learned too, that I think is really fun, is have fun, make money, and make a difference. Ooh, I love that. Have fun, make money, and make a difference. So the key to this is exactly that, if we can work it. And then I'm not much more here. So there's 5 words to describe us. Friendliness is the first. That means communication. That means body language. That means just saying things that we can do. If one of the things that's most important in this, I think, is basically our face. Look in a mirror. How do we look? How are we looking? How do we look at other people? Are you making eye contact, or are you one of those people that you're standing in front of them and they're looking up over your right shoulder the whole time? You've seen people like that. Maybe it's you. That's usually a sign of weakness. They're not confident in themselves. That's kind of the part of that. But make eye contact, just simple things. The facial expressions we have. I would say the stats I showed, maybe 60%, it could be higher. It's so important how people see us is our face, our voice tone. How do we talk to people? Are we yelling at them? Voice so soft, I can't understand. Oh, I don't know. So that is another key element. That's 40-some%. And then, and of course, what we say is so important too. But the problem I have is genetics, because if I just sit back and I have a loose skin and it goes down and it looks like I'm always angry or sad. It does. It's genetic. And I've been at church and the guy comes, Gary, you okay? And I'm fine. but the jowl comes down. So I try to make a point when I'm in public, if I'm sitting still, just a little, just raise a little bit, because I'm conscious of it. So I want to make a change. So those kind of things are important to every one of us. We have positives and negatives about that. But the friendliness is and as you contact, this is one of my problems, is remembering names. Write them down on your list so you remember, so people come up. Now, we all have our gifts with that, but number 2 is relevance. What does that mean? Well, if you talk to somebody, particularly your partners, what's relevant to them, not me? What are their goals? What do they want out of this business? How can they improve? And then understand and relate to that. Again, making notes after you meet people for the first time is very helpful, because you're more relatable to what they want. And so the key is, there's another old phrase, because I'm old, I can use old phrases. Feel, felt, found. Some of you may have heard of that, some. Oh, George, man, I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but you know what I found? And you're being relatable to that person, to their drama or situation, whatever ails they may be having, or problems or anything else, you're being relatable to that. Feel, felt, found is a tremendous helpful principle to understand where they're coming from and relating to that issue that they're having. And that leads to number 3 of empathy. So again, empathy means you're really truly taking an interest in that person. And you know that because you've taken notes, you know their pluses and minuses, you know their situations, their family struggles, et cetera, et cetera. You know that, but you're also staying humble in that response, which is a key of life. So again, 4th is faces. And I have some emojis here that I'm going to try to show. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, now these emojis were around long before cell phones. So those of you old people may recognize. The first one is negative. I don't know if you can see that face or not.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. The second one is neutral. The third one is kind of more information, kind of a semi-smile.
More close to your face.
Oh, I'm moving too close.
No, close to your face. Yeah, that's good. That's
Okay, good. I don't have to make these faces. That's better.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So
Yeah.
Then the last one's excited. So the key is, these are basics and evaluate yourself. Look at yourself and on speeches and talks and mirrors and when you're addressing people. Find out how you're relating to other people, because we do these things without even realizing. And the neutral is just, okay, you just move only your mouth, and you're not really moving anything else and just kind of talking. And then, yeah, you know what? Maybe show me some more of this. I might be interested in this, and might raise a brow or two or something like that. But how many people do you know that say yes as business just to get rid of you? They sign up so they can sign out because there's no cost. Yeah. So the point is that you have to be relatable to this point. And number 5 is the body language. Oh my goodness. If you're talking to somebody in your standing position and just having a closed fist to your side is not good, because you're closing. You don't even realize we're doing it sometimes. Sometimes a hand in your pocket, same thing. It's not being open, it's being closed. And then hands closed behind your back, same thing. If the worst one is arms folded, people do it without even realizing. They'll talk to you and just fold their arms. Well, that's body language. You're looking at somebody who care less about what you're saying, really. They might say they have an interest, but truly body language is an indicator that may not be the case. That's my point. So in a standing position, you can have your hands open to your side, it's okay, but you want to stand tall, don't slouch. You want to have one foot in front of the other, simple basics, not even side by side, but stand a foot, kind of stand and lean forward just a little bit. Okay, so it's really important. And sitting, oh Jesus, slouching in a sitting position. You want to sit at the edge of the chair. You want to kind of lean toward them just a little bit, so it just shows that you're engaged in them in what you're talking about. The voice is soft. So simple things like that all of us know. Sometimes it's hard to do and perform. We need to be reminded a little bit. So those of you taking notes, if you draw that's pretty good. If you draw a plus on the, it's ESBI. Above left is E, below it is S, above right is BI, ESBI. E is for employee. Now, you've heard the term trading my time for money. It's trading my time for their money, because the boss or the owner is paying you. Their money, not mine. So you're trading your time for their money. So average person, let's just give an example, works 40 hours a week, times 52 weeks is 2,080 hours a year. Times 40 years, 83,200 hours. That's not talking overtime. That's not talking other jobs. That's not talking part-time jobs. That's just in a typical 40-year span. A lot of people are working 100,000 hours in their lifespan. That's a lot of time. Okay, so the E or the S below it, whoops, is for self-employed. Now there are several people I know here and on the screen that are self-employed. I was self-employed, had my own practice. I know people are here, they're accountants. Mike, people are all self-employed, and that's a wonderful thing. That typically means when you're starting, certainly you're the first one there, last one to leave. You're investing a lot more of your personal time to make this business successful, and advertising on the streets and beating the streets, whatever it might take as a self-employed. Is it better than an employee? No, it's your journey. There's no better than or either. It's just what you do. There's nothing wrong with that. But what both of those two entities have in common, they're spending time. That's the key element. Okay. Now, if you look on the I, lower, whoops. The I is the investment side. They're making money on large amounts of money. When your 401 or IRA matures and you're in your 60 plus years, theoretically, you have a lot of zeros in that account with good investments. Others, it takes a lot of money to make money on the investment. And the B are business owners. Now they're different than self-employed, because business owners spent a lot of time getting to that point, but they're creating a pipeline of income for the money and at the time that they paid previously, that they've invested previously. So a McDonald's franchise, for example, yes, there's a lot of money up front, but the McDonald's company makes their money from the success of each of the buildings, not the sale of the franchise. Okay, that's how they make their money. So it's through that effort. So the B and the I are investing time as a leverage point in their life. They're leveraging time. What are we doing? Success leverages time. So a lot of people get paid when they're sleeping. Well, that's what we do. Is it easy? No, it's simple. So about the stats show that about 80% of the people become wealthy via the leverages of life, the right side of that equation. And so with that, and I'm almost done with my circles and stuff. This is trends. Number one, it's the internet, technology. Number two is the distribution, delivery systems, 1 to 5 days. Number three is franchising principles. Where are we? We're taking advantage of all three of those circles on. That's what Atomy does. Through that company, we're taking advantage of the distribution system, certainly, because that's what the chairman wants to do, is to redirect and own the internet services and delivery services. Okay, so because of quality product, that's his dream and his goal. So this business isn't for everybody. That's why you're only looking for a few out of the contacts. You're looking to put a group of consumers together. That's the volume. We get paid on what? How do we get paid? We get paid off of the volume and the profit of the company. That's how we get paid. We can sell a product and make 10% or $5 or whatever it might be on a product sale, but our overall goal is to be profit sharing off of that, off of the volume that the company generates, and we're generating volume to help create that. Okay, so but to have this business, oh my goodness, you have to be ambitious. What? Ambitious? If it's not for you, it's for your family. How's that? We're looking for more. You have to be teachable. You have to be honest with integrity and humility. If those things don't really apply, then this business isn't for you right now. It's okay. It's okay. So, last circle. What is your want circle? What is your actual circle? You'll agree that the actual circle is a lot smaller than our wants. That's how we live. That's our actual circle. What do we want? Oh, man. What would I want? More money, more time, want to retire. See, retirement really should be a money decision, not an age decision, ideally. We want to be debt free. We want to travel. We want to leave an inheritance to our kids' kids. We want whatever that want circle might be. The size differs with each of us, but there should be a want circle. That's the motivation. That's our dream circle. What do we want? Do you guys know the difference between men and boys? Price of their toys. That's exactly right. So, but what we're looking for is really lifestyle, isn't it? We want more out of life. And we're not afraid of work. Doesn't mean we don't have to work. We can, but the thing is, we can do what we want, not what we have to. There's a difference there. So we're creating a consumer rebellion where we're changing the ways people shop. That's the long-term goals. That's the profit. That's the fundamental behind us. But we're in a franchising business. We really are. So if we learn more from our support team, they've stepped on a few mines in their career. Would you agree? We all have, and there's more mines for us to step on. Well, if you teach these things and these principles, and you're open to these success principles, What does that mean? Less minefields. We're going to learn from their mistakes. Yes, that's important to learn from others, but we're also going to learn from their successes. That's why this teamwork is so valuable, because having a mentorship program is so important to teach the success principles. Now, there's 8 steps of success. Go back to your sponsor and your support team. You can go online. You can find out the details and those kind of things. It's really, really important to do that and to find that situation. So I'm basically here to share. And I hope, oh, there's the last page. I know I was ending soon. Okay. Everybody works as a team. They work together. It's an apprentice program. We're developing proficiencies at that. All this stuff does is leads to duplication, because we're trying to duplicate these principles and help 4 people, 4 businesses, not thousands, but 4. Think you can find 4? Of course you can. If you have these situations come up, contact your support team. If you don't want to say, you don't know what to say to people, say it anyway and make mistakes. Get together a support team. You're going to learn from those. You're going to fundamentally, you're going to fine tune it. It's your business, but it's a partnership as well. So every time I speak, I try to fill the reading mode. And this book is one of my old time favorites. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Dale Carnegie. This book was written back in the 30s. Some of you may be old enough to know about it. Maybe even have it in your library. Highly recommend this book. These principles last through the lifetimes. How to Win Friends and Influence People. So it's about leading people to success and success principles. Those principles haven't changed. They're around forever. It's do we want to apply it in our business? But I want to again thank Kay for having me here again. I think the pay rate just went up. Next time I speak, Kay, I don't know. But again, thank you. And remember, this business is built on duplication. So Paul and I are there. Luis, are you next?
No,
Yeah, not yet.
Okay. Any questions or anything? I'm done. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Please give him a big round of applause. And if you have any question and comment, feel free to raise your hand so you can do that.